Today we talk about Riot because they went straight for the jugular this week. So let's get into it. Riot has big news, and they're going straight into the esports, like taking it straight over with this stuff. But let's, right before we get started, because we've been talking a lot about Blizzard China and all that stuff, I'm not going to go over everything because you want to know how I feel on that. Plenty of videos out there from the past week you can go take a look at. But, yeah, so back in 2018, I believe it was, Riot did get bought out by Tencent. Riot is like 100% Chinese at this point in time, owned by a Chinese company. They do everything for China. So I'm not going to sit there and really rail on them for too long or at all about that because, well, it happened. It's a done deal. It's been like that since, 2015, not 18. But anyway, according to the date on this article, anyway. So it's been a while. They went ahead and they bought up all of Riot. So Riot is a Chinese company at this point in time, or owned by a Chinese company. So this is one of the things I did want to talk about, but never got around to it earlier this week, where they went ahead and they threw out a post. It was like, as a general rule, we like to keep our broadcast focused on the games, the sport, and the players, how it should be. You know, Blizzard, look, China out of this and stuff. You need a rule in your rule book that essentially says this here. We serve fans from many different countries and cultures, and we believe the opportunities come responsibility to keep person views on sensitive information or issues, political, religious, or otherwise separate. These topics are often incredibly nuanced, require deep understanding, willingness to listen, and cannot be fairly represented in the form of our broadcast provides. Therefore, we have reminded our casters, our pro players, from refraining from discussing any of these topics. And, you know, gotta do a clap for Riot there because they're not hiding it. See, Blizzard, of course, is trying to hide the fact that they're all on board with the Chinese government and stuff like that, and trying to appease them because they want to break into that market. You've got Diablo Immortals coming purely for the Chinese market. You know, they've got their Hearthstone over there, Overwatch. They've changed their games, like, you know, certain characters are not or censored in Overwatch and Diablo because the Chinese government don't like them for one reason or another. Certain characters, like when it comes to Overwatch, like Tracer and Soldier 76, which, you know, I still firmly believe is only gay because they needed a gay shield for whatever the heck it was that was going on at that time to appease people. But that aside, they're all straight over there. They don't have anything like gay, bisexuals, lesbians, anything like that, because that's a big no-no in China. So, you know, Blizzard tries to hide those things, which is, you know, we saw with the AU and, you know, the Blitzchung and all this other stuff that's going on. But we're talking about Riot here, and Riot doesn't hide it. Now, they are a Chinese company. They straight up cut this off at the pass real quick and was like, look, our championships are coming up. Don't talk about it. Don't do it. You can go find the door. Which, you know, I'm fine with that. They went ahead and made it an official statement, all that other stuff, so it's out there. It's not like people don't know. They've told their people and stuff. But Riot has made the news cycle mostly right now because of the 7 new games that they have apparently come out and straight up declared war on Blizzard. Now, after this announcement, of course, Blizzard silently that night banned AU under a different rule set. Did another video on that one if you want to go check that out. But Yeah, Riot has announced 8 new projects, including a long-rumored League of Legends fighting game, a management sim, which is going to be an interesting thing to see, to be totally honest. I haven't had a chance to actually watch this entire cast. Actually, I haven't seen it at all, but I need to sit down and watch it at some point in time. Uh, but a tactical multiplayer FPS, a card game, and mobile versions for both League and Teamfight. Tactics. I'm not sure what Teamfight Tactics. Is that another game that they've got out there that I just don't know about? Anyway, or is that one of the games that they've announced? I gotta watch the thing, of course, for that. But some of these games are years away, but Riot's big birthday party felt like the opening beach assault against its biggest competitor, Blizzard. And yeah, they're straight up stepping in on Blizzard's toes because they're firmly in on the Chinese market with Tencent at the helm. So for them to go ahead and do everything that Blizzard is doing and then some, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I like League of Legends. I did watch several of the championships out of curiosity. There were some people spamming the chat with Hong Kong and stuff. Some of the messages were deleted, but I didn't really see anybody get banned. I honestly also tried to get myself banned just out of curiosity because there was a rumor that they were going to start banning people who spam the chat or whatnot, but I didn't get hit with it. So, I got to sit there and watch the championships. And, League of Legends has come a long way. It's definitely a game that I enjoyed playing years ago. But, in the last 12 months, Blizzard has bounced ungracefully from one controversy to another. And it started in 2018 when the developer, known for its close-knit community, massively misjudged the expectations of its audience by, Diablo Immortals. Because everybody has phones. Don't you? Everybody wants Diablo Immortals. That's the game we have been waiting for, never mind the fact that Diablo 3 is so old, hasn't had anything but one expansion. A game like that this day and age with just one expansion is kind of unheard of. D2 had one expansion, but all in all, it was a better game than Diablo 3. Saying, my opinion, you could disagree with me, but Diablo 2 was a heck of a lot better than D3. But yeah, Blizzard's had to lay off like 800 people plus, and has had a lot of issues since late 2018, and they just keep going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. So yeah, why not? Riot comes in, goes for the jugular. But yeah, the games sound great anyway. I wouldn't mind seeing them. I might try and re-download League and test my hand at that, but that game has changed so much since I've played it. I'm not sure if I can actually do it, let alone remember how to log in. Yeah, because any and all my old strategies I don't think are even functioning strategies anymore because of the way the game has changed in the meta and how they've done things with champions and the masteries and the ruins and stuff like that. So I might try and download it and try my hand at that at some point just to see how it's stacking up right now, because it was a lot of fun to watch. But the fact that Riot released several projects that they are in the works for, and the management sim. Okay, so I have this guilty pleasure where I like to play Sims type games like The Sims and SimCity, and occasionally things like Game Dev Tycoon and such. So I probably will check out a management sim by Riot just out of pure curiosity, and a tactical multiplayer FPS. It's been a while since I've played FPSs. Was talking to a friend last night actually, and he was like, you should try Black Ops 4 or something like that, or the new Call of Duty, because it's really good. And it got him back into FPSs because he's been out since I think the first Black Ops or something. Hadn't really played any of those. So I need something to check out, see if I can get back into the FPS genre, because I kind of miss it, but I can't get into it anymore for whatever reason. But a card game, of course, you know that's going straight for Hearthstone at that point. And mobile versions of games that they've already, of League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics. I don't know how, there is like mobile versions of League of Legends, but it's not League of Legends out there. I think I've been meaning to try them out. I haven't actually done it because I saw ads for them at one point in time. So I'm not sure how that's going to go over, because quite frankly, trying to play a mobile version of something that's on the PC to me is kind of on the frustrating side. I played PUBG at a friend's, and it was alright. And I downloaded the mobile PUBG and was like, oh, I can't do this. I mean, I could, but it was very frustrating with trying to pick up things and do things with menus and other stuff, because the screen was so small. Maybe it works better on a tablet. I don't know. Anyway, they've got all these things coming up. So, are you excited for any of them? Are you a fan of Riot? Do you hate Riot because you found out that they are bought by and owned by Tencent? I don't know. But it is something to look at. Let me know down in the comments below what you think, and I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.